Hello and welcome, dear friends, to another edition of Umuntu, a special economic development program devoted to free ideas for promoting fairness and human well-being in Malawi. The role of political leaders and ordinary citizens, how Malawi can get a foothold on the development ladder, and what holds back development progress in Malawi are some of the questions we tackle in this program. In today's edition, we focus on Malawi and its recent invitation to President Hassan of Tanzania as the guest of honor at the country's independence celebrations. We'll explore the significance of repairing diplomatic relationships with neighboring countries. Joining us is Dr. Philip Malichelo, an expert in international relations and economic development. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for inviting me, Crispin. By the way, your podcast is quite insightful. I enjoy it.
And welcome also to all our dear listeners. I'm your host, Crispin Dambula. Stay tuned. Let's begin by providing some context. The tensions between Malawi and Tanzania over lake boundaries have strained their diplomatic ties for years. However, the recent invitation extended to President Hassan signifies a positive step towards repairing this relationship.
I believe that the solidarity between our two nations is a true reflection of the way our two peoples have coexisted throughout history. Though there is a border on paper between us, in practice, we have always lived as though there is no border. This is why you find Ngonis, Tumbukas, Nyakusas, and Yaos on both sides of the border. Additionally, the infrastructure between our countries has been interconnected for a long time, including the development of the Northern Transport Corridor, the setting up of the Malawi Cargo Centers Limited, and the joint implementation of the Songwe River Stabilization Project.
But why is it crucial for Malawi to foster stronger diplomatic ties with its neighboring countries? Malawi's need for diplomatic relations with its neighbors is rooted in the interdependence of economies in the region. Could you elaborate on the importance of these relationships for Malawi's economic growth?
Certainly. Malawi, as a landlocked country, relies on its neighbors for crucial trade routes and access to ports. Improved diplomatic ties can facilitate smoother trade flows, reducing barriers and costs associated with imports and exports. By strengthening these relationships, Malawi can tap into regional markets, expand its export potential, and attract foreign direct investment.
The invitation to President Hassan as the guest of honor at Malawi's independence celebrations represents a pivotal moment. How does this gesture contribute to repairing diplomatic relationships and promoting economic cooperation?
President Chakwera's invitation demonstrates a genuine effort to bridge the divide between the two nations. It paves the way for constructive dialogue and cooperation on critical issues, including the ongoing dispute over lake boundaries. By fostering a positive environment for diplomatic engagement, Malawi and Tanzania can explore shared interests, such as joint ventures in various sectors, including agriculture, energy and tourism.
Considering Malawi's geographic position, it is not only Tanzania, but also Mozambique that plays a significant role. Why is it crucial for Malawi to extend the olive branch to Mozambique?
Good question, Crispin. Malawi's unique geography places it partly inside Mozambique, making close cooperation with Mozambique imperative. Enhancing diplomatic ties with Mozambique can unlock opportunities for improved transport infrastructure, trade corridors, and joint development projects. Additionally, it can foster regional stability and security, which are essential for sustained economic growth.
As we conclude, what steps should Malawi take to strengthen its diplomatic ties with neighboring countries and leverage these relationships for economic prosperity?
That's another important question. Firstly, it is essential for Malawi to engage in open and transparent dialogue, addressing unresolved issues and seeking mutually beneficial solutions. Secondly, Promoting people-to-people interactions, cultural exchanges and educational collaborations can foster understanding and cooperation at all levels. Finally, sustained efforts to enhance regional integration, such as participating in regional economic communities, can create a platform for joint economic projects and shared development goals.
In today's episode, we have explored the significance of diplomatic relationships for Malawi's economic growth. By repairing diplomatic ties with neighboring countries such as Tanzania and Mozambique, Malawi can unlock the potential for trade, investment, and regional cooperation. We hope that this discussion encourages policymakers to prioritize diplomatic engagement as a crucial component of their economic development strategies.
Absolutely. Diplomatic ties not only promote economic prosperity, but also contribute to regional peace and stability. By strengthening these relationships, Malawi can position itself as a key player in the regional economy, benefiting both its own citizens and its neighbours.
Now we've come to the end of our program today. Thank you, Dr. Malichero, for sharing your insights with us today, and thank you to our dear listeners for joining us.
No problem, Crispin. Glad to be part of your program today. Feel free to invite me again.
As always, we want to hear your thoughts. Post your comments on msika.tech, msika.tech. Remember, diplomacy is not just about politics. It is a catalyst for economic growth and shared prosperity. Be there again next week when we shall bring you another edition of Umuntu. Bye for now.